All right, welcome back, people. I'm Dave, and I am the Radical Independent. And by the way, so are you. Hey, did you see this? I bleep you not. Hillary Clinton. And on my other channel, I typically have this thing. I had this catchphrase that I would say when I couldn't believe either the singing or, I was reviewing an artist or just anything that would make me say, holy crap, Batman. That was my thing over there. I might start bringing it over here because this right here is a holy crap Batman moment. And it's almost as if these people are listening to what independent media is saying, and they want us to go completely insane. They want us to go over a cliff. Now, can you imagine at any other time in our history other than the 1950s? Okay? And that's where you get McCarthyism. And you guys already know this stuff. I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. But suggesting that there's a Russian behind every action that goes counter to the establishment media BS. From the Hill, it does. It literally says, just in, this isn't a parody account. This isn't The Onion. Clinton suggests Russia grooming Tulsi Gabbard to run as third-party 2020 candidate. That Russia is grooming her. I would love to know how Russia can be grooming Tulsi Gabbard, who actually works for the United States military. How is that even plausible? Think of it. Tulsi Gabbard cannot go to work for the military and be Vladimir Putin's internal double agent. Just incredible. Now let's go to the story itself. It's unbelievable to even be reading this. It's just, frankly, it's almost a parody of itself. You can't make this stuff up. Hillary Clinton appeared to suggest that Representative Tulsi Gabbard is the favorite of the Russians to win the 2020 presidential election and is being groomed by Moscow to run as a third-party candidate against the eventual Democratic nominee. In an interview on the podcast Campaign HQ, the former Secretary of State warned that the Russian government was poised to once again... I've got a migraine. They're poised once again to meddle in the U.S. presidential election through online disinformation efforts and by encouraging a third-party challenger to stir chaos in the contest. Number one, I'd love to hear from Jill Stein. I'd love to hear from Jill because Jill, she was blamed last time for throwing this election to some degree. Hillary Clinton's lack of campaigning. Look, there are third parties out there, and they're growing. The Green Party is growing. By the way, if the Democratic Party continues to abandon any of these progressive ideals, which the true reformers and changers are putting forward, they continue to go down that road, the Green Party is going to grow. I did sign up to get the Green Party email updating on Howie Hawkins and his campaign, and what I found out is that they are breaking records fundraising, and I think they're 2 to 3 months ahead of schedule when it comes to fundraising. It goes on. The Russians already have their eye on somebody who's currently in the Democratic Party and are grooming her to be the third. Imagine Tulsi Gabbard waking up to this absolute BS. She served this country. She's deployed multiple times. Basically, when people like Hillary Clinton lied, and got us into the Iraq War, and she would do it again in a heartbeat, by the way, Tulsi Gabbard still answered the bell because she wanted to serve her country. I think she was, 21 years old? Something like that? She's a favorite of the Russians. They have a bunch of sites and bots and other ways of supporting her so far, Clinton told David Plouffe, the podcast's host and campaign manager for former President Obama's 2008 campaign. Folks, this is the deep state with steroids and chemical additives. And here we go. And what I said about Jill Stein, wait a minute. And that's assuming Jill Stein will give it up, which she might not because she's also a Russian asset. Folks, are you reading what I'm reading? So it makes me, I'm going to get some Green Party gear. I want to see if there are any Jill Stein for President t-shirts out there from last time around. There's got to be. There's got to be some Jill Stein gear because I'm going to wear them in videos. Just to frustrate these people and just to show how anti-establishment. Look, I went for Trump because I thought he was anti-establishment. His rhetoric was, but his actions have pretty much just gone along with most everything. Okay? Here and there he throws out a little bone to some of the people that voted for him, but and he might win still because these people are so disorganized. And again, they're accusing American citizens of being Russian assets. So here we get the full scoop. We get Jill Stein's a Russian agent. We get Tulsi Gabbard is a Russian agent, asset agent. Clinton did not mention Gabbard by name, but her comments were a clear swipe at the Hawaiian congresswoman who has repeatedly been accused by political rivals and critics of being a potential Russian asset. Gabbard has denied those allegations, in fact, recently very fervently denying those allegations. During a Democratic presidential debate this week, Gabbard criticized news outlets, the New York Times and CNN in particular, for accusing her of being a Russian asset and an Assad apologist, calling the allegations completely despicable. The spokesperson for Gabbard's campaign did not immediately respond to a request for comment on Friday about Clinton's remarks. The Hawaii congresswoman has already said that she will not mount an independent bid for president if she does not win the Democratic nomination in 2020. By the way, if she doesn't, Jill Stein wants to jump back in. Oh, I am full speed ahead with Jill Stein. Gabbard has become a target for criticism from both Democrats and Republicans for her foreign policy views. In particular, she has drawn scrutiny, really, for her views on American military involvement in Syria and arguing that the U.S. has waged so-called regime change wars in the Middle East. Well, no, they're not so-called. They are regime change wars. Remember, this is just straight up the hill, not the hill with Crystal and Cigar, whatever the guy's name is. She has been reluctant to criticize Syrian president. She has criticized him, even in the face of suspected war crimes and crimes against humanity, and met with him secretly. So I do a video, and it seems that these guys come out. I mean, like, are they watching what I'm doing over here? Because I'm just a guy with a little camera set up here in my house. Okay, it's not a professional operation, as you can see. Whew. Wow, I need to take a breath. She has been reluctant to criticize. Okay, I read that paragraph. See, I'm now just losing it. Most recently, some Democrats have expressed concerns about what they say is online bot activity. The word bot didn't even exist like 5 years ago. Now everybody's a bot. After the first Democratic debate in June, for instance, the hashtag, here we go again. Now this is the Hill. They're parroting the same crap the New York Times put out last weekend. I didn't think I was going to do another video today. This is insanity. So after the first Democratic debate in June, for instance, the hashtag Kamala Harris destroyed trended among Gabbard's. No, it trended. It trended on Twitter. Not just among Gabbard's supporters. It trended, period. Leading to speculation that it had been amplified by bots on the website. You know what, people? Sometimes social media will go against you. All right? And, by the way, social media is not reality. It's not reality. But it was interesting to see that people understood that Kamala Harris did get destroyed. Nobody here, of course, talks about how and why Kamala Harris got destroyed. Twitter has said it did not uncover, here we go again, they didn't uncover any significant bot activity around the hashtag, and there is no evidence that the campaign was involved with spreading the hashtag. So why mention this again about Kamala Harris? I mean, I'm sorry that Kamala Harris is a sad woman these days. She's sad because she's got no chance at winning the nomination, largely due to the fact that Tulsi Gabbard exposed her record as Attorney General in the state of California. And this is just this woman. I mean, she has got full-blown stage 4 Trump derangement syndrome, and apparently she has a personal vendetta now against Jill Stein. And that's assuming Jill Stein will give it up, which she might not because she's also a Russian asset. Unbelievable. So, Jill Stein, if you're out there, please, I'd love to get your response to this. This is outrageous. Tulsi Gabbard, Jill Stein. And by the way, I will be the first person to cheer and do multiple videos celebrating the idea that Tulsi Gabbard might run as a Green Party candidate. Notice third party, and then, of course, Green Party comes up, that she'll run third party. The Russians are all Green Party people. Incredible. You know why they hate the Green Party so much? Because the Green Party actually would do the things that these other Democrats who are running, they would do the things. They wouldn't just talk about doing the things. So again, didn't think I'd do another video today. This is outrageous. It's absolutely preposterous. It's just on so many levels. I'm going to go and grab some Xanax, okay? Vladimir sent me a big box of the stuff, and by the way, very inexpensive getting the drugs shipped in from Russia. Oh, I'm kidding, okay? That was a joke, just in case, again, the algorithm is going to trip out. It's going to go nuts. It's parody. It's me being sarcastic and weird and in need of medication. This is mind-boggling stuff. All right, I'm done. See you soon.